Hi guys, we love you here. We surely do. The Kelsey Barrett case. Let's just go through some information that we already have that's been in the news. The his arrest, the 5 counts that he is being accused of, and his next court appearance, and what we know so far. As we know, they were in court the other day, and as we know, Kelsey's Barrett's mother has got temporary custody, and Patrick's mother, they will appear in court on the 3rd of January for another custody hearing, which is sealed at this time. That is another private matter. So that will go forth. And Patrick's next court date will be on the 29th of January 2019. And this is where the prosecutors will indict him, or will he make a plea? But there's a few things going to go on that day. Will all charges stick? This is what we want to know. And we have to wait until the 29th because a lot of evidence has been sealed, has not been released. Understandable. Now the 5 counts, that he's been charged with, and 2 counts is murder. These are their theories. And this is what's making their case. But we don't know what information they have at this time because, as I said, a lot of it has been sealed. Murder. 1 count of murder. 1 count of murder during a robbery. And solicitation to commit murder. So these are the charges, and these are the counts. Witnesses may be asked, he may have asked several people to do something for him, do him a favor, that kind of thing. It might have been all innocent. It might be all innocent, but it might not be all innocent. Innocent to the parties and not innocent to Patrick. So 1 or 2 people are surely involved in this investigation somehow. So he may have asked somebody to, and these are theories and speculation, and we'll discuss these. And your theories of what may have happened, please comment and have a discussion. Someone helped him to get rid of the body after the fact. He may have asked somebody to get rid of the phone after the fact. He may have got somebody to make 2 text calls, 1 to her job and 1 to himself. But at this time, if Patrick was, just say Patrick was the one that went to Idaho, maybe to get rid of the body, and then he makes a phone call to himself, a text. Well, his phone would ping, wouldn't it? But if the battery was out of it and it was shut off, then it would not ping. So he could have got somebody to make 2 texts from that phone, but they surely had to have been in Idaho to do that. So Patrick Frazee may have had a girlfriend, and we're not sure at this time. what their relationship was at this time. Kelsey and Patrick. Now, the mother was talking on the news, or she had an interview saying they're not going to spend much on the wedding. They're going to get a wedding dress. But I don't know when that conversation went on. Now, apparently, we don't know if they were still together. We don't know if that was her fiance, because there's people saying that they weren't going out with each other. They finished on Thanksgiving Day. Now, who did she speak to on Thanksgiving Day? For them to know before she went missing, who did she talk to know that she finished with Patrick on Thanksgiving Day? This is just something to think about. You know, these people think, yeah, she wasn't with him. Or did she finish with him before Thanksgiving Day? We don't know that, but there's witnesses to the fact. So there's another pointer right there. So, felony charges. Well, as you know, murder is a felony. So Patrick may have, they're saying, these may be theories. Well, obviously, we don't know because information has been sealed. But there's another theory. Patrick may have tried to kill her 2 or 3 times before this. I mean, this could be under the solicitation, but chickened out or something. He may have asked somebody to do something a long time ago, 6 months even. We don't know. But anyway, there's another theory. As we only have Patrick Frazee's word for it, when he said that he picked up his child, exchanged or picked her up, he may not have picked her up at all. Because if she had finished with him and they weren't on good terms, he might have kidnapped the kid. You know, he went to the house and it's just like a robbery, isn't it? He's kidnapped the child, kidnapped her. And then it results in her death. Now, I know it's his daughter, but there's lots of people that kidnap their kids because they got custody issues. They don't agree on this, they don't agree on that, or they're not getting on for some reason. But we'd like to know what's led up to her being missing. And missing for a long time now. They were surely having a custody hearing on the 27th of December. That was a well-known fact and documented in the courts that they were going to court. Now, what custody issue was this over? I mean, she's not married to him. She don't live with him, never has lived with him, as far as we know, never. He's never lived with her, as far as we know. I'm not sure how many nights he stayed at her house or anything like that. I don't even know what their arrangements were taking care of their kid, who did what. But that part is not out yet. That's probably all sealed. And this thing about the documents that his lawyers filed or something, Patrick has not seen his documents on the grounds of his arrest. Now, who gets arrested and they don't give you your rights and say what you're getting arrested for? Now, that part I can't understand. I'm missing something here. I mean, he's been arrested and it's been some weeks now, and he had a lawyer before he got arrested. Now, his lawyer would have obviously told him to shut up and would have told him his rights and would have told him what to expect. And if they're going to charge you, he probably told him what the charges are. And he would have had a rough idea. So I don't know how Patrick don't have his information, documents on the grounds of his arrest when we see Patrick on national TV carrying a folder. Well, what's that folder say? Well, it's his case records, isn't it? Otherwise, he wouldn't be holding it, taking it into court. So that part, I don't know what they're talking about. But anyway, you surely do know what charges you are arrested for, because anybody would know what they're being arrested for. I'm just saying. So you can comment about that. What are they talking about? He doesn't know what documents he was arrested for, or doesn't have his hands on them. But he does have a lawyer, doesn't he? I mean, you have a lawyer, so they can tell you everything, what's going on. Right. And so Patrick ended up with his daughter Thanksgiving Day. He ended up with his daughter. Now, why did he end up with the daughter? How did he end up with her? These are some facts we want to know. Now, we only got Patrick's word for it. He said he was picking up his daughter. But was he just coming over to see the daughter? And she had other plans. She wasn't really going anywhere that day. She said she may be going out to dinner. She might not be. She wasn't even sure what she was doing that day. And she was baking cinnamon rolls, which were uneaten and left on the stove. I mean, what do you cook cinnamon rolls for? So we don't know if he just appeared on her doorstep and she said, no, I've got plans today. And you know what? And it all went crazy from there. We don't know, but we only have his word that he picked up his daughter and left. Now, what clothes did he take for her? Because apparently, we only have Patrick's word. He said she was going to Washington. Oh, yeah. Now, he said she was going to Washington, but he didn't say for a day or two or a week. Now, that means if she was going to Washington, the baby's clothes would have needed to be packed and have enough clothes for the next few days or so. You know, like you do. It's winter, you pack clothes, extra clothes. Now, were there a lot of baby clothes missing from the house? And were there a lot of baby clothes found at Patrick Frazee's home or at his mother's house? Because I'm not sure if there's two homes on that property, one for him and one for her. I'm not sure about that. But anyway, did he have a lot of baby clothes? Because like I said in one of my videos, I don't know, this is just rumors, but that he had full custody. You know, stuff like that, all these little rumors. Did he have full custody? Did he have custody already? Or did he just take care of her a lot of the time because of each other's work schedule? That's different. Do you know what I mean? That's different. And how long was Patrick supposed to be taking care of his daughter? Was it a day? Was it 2 or 3? Was he having her for the weekend? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? What was the schedule? And you know what? If the mother says, here's my child, you know she'll make a phone call and say, how's she doing? You know, or something. She'd be calling him. But anyway, as we know, the text pinged in Idaho. but we don't know who did that. So there's some more theories out there. If Kelsey was going to Washington, or she went to Idaho and made those 2 texts saying she needs a week off, she's not in her vehicles. And where that was pinged, was it a lonely road? Was it in the mountains? Was it in the hills? Is it a wooded area? Is it in the middle of nowhere? I know it's near Gooding, but you couldn't just get on there on a bus, could you? You had to be in a car. Anyway, so all those things, like she had no clothes. She had not taken any clothes, as far as they say. She hadn't taken any clothes. Sorry, my TV came on. So she hadn't taken no clothes with her. It doesn't look anything was gone out the house, except her purse had gone. They say that her purse was gone and her phone. But everything else was in the house. But they didn't say anything about baby clothes or anything like that. Were they all gone? Were they missing? There was no plane tickets. Now, Patrick said she was going to Washington. Well, how was she getting there? She wasn't flying a plane because she doesn't have a plane of her own. She hasn't stolen a plane, neither, from where she works. All planes are accounted for. So there's no ticket, no bus ticket, and no plane ticket to get to Washington and back. Okay? And her phone wasn't even in Washington, was it? It was in Idaho. No one knew she was, as far as we know, because, information is sealed. No one knew she was coming to Washington. Who does she know in Washington? Family or friends? Friends? Well, as far as we know, nobody knew she was coming. Unless she just said to Patrick, hey, I'm going to Washington, just for the hell of it. I don't know. But anyway, why would he pick Washington? Did her job know? Did her job know she was going to Washington? When it's Thanksgiving. Hey, what you doing? Where are you going? You know how you talk. And I don't know when the last time that she spoke to her employee before that. I don't know, but people talk. Hey, I'm going away for a couple days. I'm going to Idaho. I'm going to Washington. Or I'm just staying at home. Now, I expect her employees have got questioned about that. And Kelsey's mother didn't know nothing about her going to Washington, didn't know anything about her coming to Idaho. And seems her relations didn't know neither. Because if you're going away for Thanksgiving, you normally got arrangements, right? You usually maybe go there the day before or something, because you're not going to travel anywhere on Thanksgiving Day, right? And when we see her shopping, she didn't look like she was going nowhere. And she went home and cooked cinnamon buns. This lady, this Kelsey Barris, was obviously not even going anywhere Thanksgiving Day. Far away, that was anyway. So there's another theory. So, Patrick's possible love letters found in the truck. Possible, we don't know that yet for a fact because, as I said, things are sealed. But the rumor is something was found in his truck, and they're talking about a girlfriend. And they're talking about somebody from Idaho, some woman from Idaho that it doesn't live too far from Gooding. So, there's another theory. Here we go again. If Patrick was with Kelsey and they hadn't split up, it'd be like a little mistress, wasn't it? I know you don't have to be married, but if you're having one on the side, would you call it a mistress, a bit on the side, cheating? Because I don't even know if those two were even together. Kelsey could have told her mother this and that, but she didn't tell her mother everything. And they are testing the evidence is at this time in progress. So it's in progress. And they're testing for, I don't know, hair, maybe skin, maybe blood, all those kind of things that they have happened to find out when they went to Kelsey's home. Colorado laws, in every state they are a little different. Basically, felonies and all that, and murder is more or less the same, but they have a lot of different laws. Things they can do different to other states. They can file, what do you call it? I don't know. File a different theory law. Theories. It's like speculation. Oh, well, I think he did it. I think he did it. And, it's just like giving my opinion, right? And my theory. Well, these laws are real. And you can have theories and charge somebody. The judge has sealed a lot of, the judge has read everything. This judge has read every bit of information that the DA has and found, and the investigators in Idaho and what they found in her house. The judge has seen everything, and there's some stuff being tested, and she also knows about that. And no doubt information will be given to her before the 29th, because she'll probably know about that as well. And she has to make sure things are sealed and everything to give a fair trial. If this goes to trial, which there might be a doubt that he might walk that day. We don't know that yet. But if it goes to trial, she has to make sure that this man don't get off. So 2 counts of murder theories. One is to commit murder while a robbery is taking place. Another one is it's a planned murder. It was planned. It was planned way before Thanksgiving Day. And they say Kelsey was killed in the home. And they have evidence to prove it. So there. Another one with the solicitation is asking anyone to help you in any way to commit or get rid of evidence or a body. Solicitation charges can be brought to you, and you can be charged with assisting or even murder charges. If someone asks you to help in a crime and you don't report it, just say somebody asks you to do something like, hey, get rid of this phone, and you think, hey, what for? Oh, just do it for me. Just do me a favor. Just do me a favor. And you give them any bullshit, hey, I'm playing a game, or I don't know, just whatever you're saying to this person, and this person has been reported missing, or they wind up dead and their body's found, you too can be charged with murder. So guys, watch out. Something that might seem innocent might be murder charges against you, you know. So these days, you can't trust anybody, can you? Hey, you know how people play jokes on people and do this and do that? Well, now you think twice before you help anybody. Oh, yeah. And anyway, there's plenty of people out there that if you offer them money, they'll do anything for money. You can get a down and out person, got some mental health issues, easily led. It's not going to take much. Or a legal worker. You threaten an illegal worker. Hey, do this, guy, and I'll pay you. I'll keep shut. I won't tell immigration because apparently one person is already arrested and in custody for immigration. So that could be another theory. Do you know what I mean? That's just my opinion. A legal worker, he got to do something and then he held his immigration against them because we damn well know there's plenty of illegal immigrants in this country that doesn't mean they're bad people. Being illegal is being illegal, folks, and that's all I got to say. And that's a hard life being illegal. You're always on the run from something. You're always scared to get, you might get caught. You might get stopped by the police for driving. How would you get a driving license? It's hard work being illegal in the United States of America. And so, but the FBI and the CBI and the Idaho investigators have proof. They're even saying they have the phone, but we don't know exactly if they have found the phone and really do have it. We don't know that yet. Another one. When Patrick goes on the 29th to either be arraigned or file, we're going for the death penalty. These are the charges, and we're going for the death penalty. We're officially going for first-degree murder, and you are going to be arraigned. And what's your plea? If this evidence is not altogether, and the judge sees that if there's not enough evidence to go forth, Patrick can and will be released. Or if charges stand, Patrick could still get out of jail on bond while the trial goes on, if the judge seems fit that he is not a risk to the public. Yeah, well, go throw Mama from the train. Holy Moses. But anyway, this could happen. But whether Patrick can afford a bond at this time, because as we know, it depends what the bond is, and percentage of that has to be paid, as long as you don't run away. So, his mother has money, she has land, she has a house. That could be his bond. I'm just saying. He doesn't have money, but that could be his bond. And Mommy Dearest may put up the bond. That's if the judge gives him bonds and allows him to stay out of jail for free while the trial goes on. But we are going to see on the 29th and see what charges stick. So guys, that's some of the theories that are out there. The sealed information that we don't know. And there's a lot of ifs and hows and whys. And will he talk? Well, he's keeping his mouth shut right now. He seems the person that's gonna keep shut. And I'll see you guys next time. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.